Hello everyone and welcome back to Stoneblock 4. Last time we went ahead and set up our fluid cows and I cleaned up this room just a little bit. It's not completely finished yet, but I did set in a flooring and just clean up all the edges. However, as you see, I went ahead and removed the storage drawers. My plan was to inlay them in these side bricks here and have it all nicely flush with the walls as with all of our other drawers, except when I broke them with my Morning Star and Vein Miner, all that returned were these two, nothing else. I went ahead and broke them like normal, and all that came back were these two drawers. So unfortunately, our earthers are just kind of working to no one's avail. They're just, all the items are just sitting in here. Eventually, I'll inlay new drawers into the walls, but at the moment, it's not like these items are that necessary. I'm pretty sure we get all of them, if not exactly all of them, from our chickens. If there is something I need, like, say, raw replica or Certus quartz dust, we can always set up an autocraft for it, or a duplication in replication sense. But yeah, everything is coming from our chickens already, so it's not that big of a deal. But I do like the aspect of these. Plus, I do also have to turn all of these guys around so they're facing me, because this kind of looks a little scuffed at the moment. But yeah, the room looks a lot nicer, I will say, and it is coming together pretty nicely. But other than that, we started our way into Chapter 4 of the quest book. We got our euphonium upgrade, and today I really want to get the Resonant Void, which we got halfway through, as well as whatever this final Twilight Vault upgrade is, which means we had to progress through the Twilight Forest, and it seems it's oddly out of order, but not entirely out of order. Normally the Snow Queen is after the Night Phantoms, but this also gives me a Urgas data model. It's very confusing, but this is what we will be doing first, and that means we're starting with the Lich King. So we'll grab ourselves a Lich King compass and see where he is. 1900 blocks in that direction. So quick little jaunt over there and we'll find the Lich King, I guess. Okay, and we've hit Maidstone, so that means we should be pretty close to the Twilight Vault, and yes we are. And I can actually see it up ahead on the map there. So we'll head inside and see what's in store. Oh, we missed our portal timing. Whoops. In we go. Oh, it's just a trial spawner. Okay, wait a second. Use the computer monitor to slide the blocks around to open the door. Okay. Oh, so this guy. Okay. Let me just finish this trial spawner really fast. Wait a minute. Use the computer monitor to slide the blocks around to open the door. Alright. What door am I trying to open? This one here? Oh, I see. Okay, I only included in. I have to make the picture of the Lich. That's kind of really cool. Okay, wait a minute. Can I do it from like a far away distance? No, I can't. Okay. So this needs to go in the middle, and that just needs to go over to the side. Yeah, that's easy. You did it. Blocks disappearing in 60, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10. Open sesame. Oh, that's so cool. Very simple vault, but a cool one. You know what I like about the Twilight Lich? I can't one-shot him through his shields with the red guitar. I actually have to play the minigame. Where'd you go, buddy? One down. Oh, you TP out of here. Wait, do you? Where'd you go? Oh, there you are. Sir, please don't disappear on me. Also, this Twilight Lich has more shields than normal, does he not? Doesn't he normally only have 3 shields? Am I crazy? This is like a Giga buff Lich. But it's very easy to kill the Lich. It always has been. Just knock his Ender Pearls back. He's a poor man's Ghast. They do damage to me, I will say. Good night, good sir. Was a pleasure doing business. Oh, grab our lockpicks and get our loot. Oh, I wonder if we get any gems from here. So we have the Lich King of the Crown Scholar from Reliquified Twilight Forest. And, oh, I didn't mean to take it off. If we hold shift here, this relic, oh, we can actually level it up a bit, can hold 7 special gems. Each unique gem unlocks a new ability. I still don't know where we get these gems from, so I assume maybe these chests or the Twilight Forest in general holds the keys to that, because I want to upgrade it. I've never used one of these before, but there we go. We have a shielding gem, so it's exactly what I was talking about. And yeah, I just guess we kill a bunch of Twilight Forest Liches and we get more gems. And the way you use this is right-click it while holding your inventory. So if we right-click the gem in, we now have a Lich Shield constantly surrounding us. And luckily we can't see it in the first person, so it doesn't get in our face. Look at that, they're slowly charging up, and we're just gonna have these Lich Shields surrounding us now. And you can actually see them on our hotbar. We have 3 total shields. So yeah, we're gonna get all the gems and inlay them into our crown, or potentially multiple of the same gems. I don't know, but I kind of want to find more Liches before we do anything else. But maybe the Yeti has a new gem. 3,700 blocks. Okay, let's head home, because for some reason the Yeti is not in the same direction as the Lich. So we're gonna have to go this way to find ourselves the Yeti. We found ourselves in another end dungeon. Unfortunately, I don't really need to fight through this one as we did the last one. So we'll just continue on. Okay, even though we're in the end, we should be able to get to the Yeti from here. Perfect. So let's head on in. We are suffocating. You must defeat the Lich before entering this vault. Okay, well, we've defeated the Lich. Excuse me? What just happened? One thing I will say is I'm glad there's loot in here, because I feel like we've been quite devoid of loot recently. Also, there's a bunch of unique things I've never seen before. A random codex glyph. Cool, we got Glyph of Cold Snap. Okay, I mean, we made it across the parkour pretty easily. What are you? A Gem of the Frozen Queen. Okay, that's cool. Hello, Mr. Yeti. Goodbye, Mr. Yeti. Thank you for your loot. Pleasure doing business. Are these just spawners? Yeah, they're just spawners, okay. But there are some locked chests we shall take a look at. Also, I'm pretty sure it said creative flight isn't allowed in this vault, but for some reason I'm allowed to fly anyways. I'm not sure if that's a bug or not. Okay, so we now need to locate both the Ice Queen and the Hydra. And the Hydra is actually what we wanted way back when we were doing our Unearthers, because we want to use the Hydra meat in a prediction matrix. Do it. Okay, are any of them close? No, they're not. Okay, we'll head home for now. I'm also going to empty my backpack while we're here because we have too much loot. So they're both in different directions. One is this way and the other is this way. Okay, so I guess we're going to head to the Snow Queen first. It is the closer of the two. The door failed to stabilize. Seems to have collided with a barrier. Okay, what if we go a bit further? No, I think that our vault is unfortunately broken. Okay, so it seems we're having issues spawning the vault. However, I can see the dungeon on the map here, so I'm just going to go to the entrance manually, I guess. And here we are. Can we break in? No. So we have to go around to the entrance. Oh, there we go. Okay, you must defeat the Alpha Yeti before entering this vault. I wonder if I can teleport it to it now. Time door failed to stabilize. Very bizarre. Oh, is it a Minecraft ice puzzle? It's an ice puzzle. Sorry, I said Minecraft Pokemon. It's a Pokemon ice puzzle. I think, right? Do I have to, like, punch him? I do. Okay, oh, it's a... Wait. Slide the crap around. Yeah, so it lands on the red wall, but he wants to attack me. I feel like it should have no AI, no? Am I crazy? Like, I punched him out of the thing just now. Buddy, what are we doing? You're messing up my ice puzzle, bud. He is unkillable, at least, but he's messing up my ice puzzle. There we go. Okay, we got him. Buddy, can we... Are we serious? We got a new shielding gem. That's cool. So we can find them randomly as loot. Why are we getting so many books and quills, by the way? I feel like that is very weird. There's just a lot of them. Also, that looks like a Phantom Knight over there. What is the... Man, this helmet crab is really starting to bug me. Okay, I had to break the vault, unfortunately. He jumped out of the pen. I'm not sure why they have a necessity to attack me like this. I had to spawn a new one, and then just spawn it on the red circle. I don't know, this one won't be knocked back. Not sure why. But yeah, I think it might have an issue to do with our armor or something. I went ahead and just summoned one on the red wall, and it opened the door for us. And Snow Queen spawned, and Snow Queen died. Fantastic. I will take your trophy. Good lady. And you don't have any chests for me, unfortunately. Guys, my hammer actually broke while we were mining. We got this far, and my hammer just decided to break itself. Even with my repair talisman, it couldn't keep up. So long our hammer that we've had for quite a long time. But in all fairness, the Morningstar can do the exact same thing, if not better. But it also just mines pretty fast if we need it to. And this is just right-clicking, by the way. Holding out right-click does this. But a few hundred more blocks, and... seems to have collided with a barrier again. My luck is absolutely horrendous. However, this one's a lot more obvious on the map because it's just the Twilight structure ported over. There we go. You must defeat the Alpha Yeti before entering this vault. We have, using the head, solve the passcode and entered on the computer. What's spawning in the middle there? What are you? A wad jet. Wait, I'm sorry. What does this drop? Just ancient metal. Does ancient metal have any uses? It'll make nuggets, the armor. I'm just making sure there's no use for ancient nuggets, because otherwise we would take a data model of him, but... Okay, so use the heads to solve. So this one's turned, so I need to assumedly turn the heads all facing towards the middle. I have to assume that's what that wants, or maybe not. Okay, let me open these chests first. So which one's 1 in this case? I have to assume this is 1, right? So using the heads, solve the passcode. Is it because of the direction they're facing? They're all in different directions, right? Yeah, okay, they're all in different directions. So what are the direction turning? So it goes 1, 2. No, that's not right. Okay, I gotta reset the password really fast. Yeah, okay. So it goes 1, and then he turns one direction, so it would be... Wait, no. That can't be right either. Okay, I'm gonna try 1, 6. Or 1, 5, sorry. So 1, 5. No, this is... I'm definitely not thinking of this correctly. Okay, I clued in. It is what head is looking at which. So 1 is looking at 8. 8 is looking at 2. Okay, I mean, I could be wrong. This might not be it. 2 is looking at 6. 6 is looking at... What are you looking at? You're looking at 3. 3 is looking at 5? No, that can't be right. I guess 3 is looking at 4. Because if 3 was looking at 5, 5 would be looking back at 1, which is looking at... Wait, what? Did I do that wrong? You're looking at... 1's looking at 7. Wait, what did I do? Oh, no, I already messed this up. Okay, 1 second. 1's looking at 7. 7 is looking at 5, which is looking at 1. What? Can I click 1 again? I don't think so, right? Yeah, no, you can't. Because these 3 are just looking in a circle. Am I crazy? I guess you might be looking at 3? Or 4, sorry. And then 4 is looking at 8, who's looking at 2, who's looking at 5, who's looking at 3. No, okay, that was incorrect. I feel like I'm on the right track. Maybe he's not looking at this and he's looking at this one, like I was said initially. So 1's looking at 8, who looks at 2, who looks at 6, who's looking at 3, who's looking at 4, who's looking at 7, who's looking at 5. Okay, I feel like I'm on the right track. I could have done that wrong. So 1, 8, 3, 3's looking at 6, I was right. 6 looking at... It has to be. No? Am I crazy? 5's last, because 5 looks back at the middle. So it has to end on 5, because 5 looks at 1. Because 2's looking at 6, for sure. 6 looks at 3, who's looking at 4, who's looking at 7, who's looking at 5. Do I have this backwards? Maybe this is 1. And 1's looking at 5, who's looking at 8, who looks at 2, who looks at 6, who looks at 3, who looks at 4, who looks at 7. What am I doing wrong here? Which one's 1? Is this not 1 in the back corner here? Is someone else looking at this guy? Oh, you're looking at him. Okay, so maybe he's looking at 7. Okay, maybe I had this wrong. So he's looking at 7. 7 is looking at you. Okay, so 7's looking directly across at 2. No, that can't be right either. Wait, no, I'm stupid. 7's looking at the bottom. 7's looking at 4. Oh, I messed that up. Okay, try again. So 1 is looking at 7, who's looking at 4, who's looking across at 8, who's looking at 2. 2's looking straight across at 6. 6 decides to gander his direction at 3, who looks at 5. There we go. Okay. So I had the right idea, except I was looking, I don't know. I had them pointing the wrong direction. But I mean, I was on the right track at least, for what it's worth. Even though it's not really worth much. Is that an iron golem I just killed? What? Okay, I do want a prediction matrix. Or not a prediction matrix, model framework. Because I do want the Hydra. Even though we probably won't use it, I still want one. Come forth, Hydra. What? Where's my Hydra? Excuse me? Are you kidding me? They don't give me a Hydra? No. It's almost like they knew the Hydra traps would be insanely broken in the Unearthers. Nah, that's crazy work. Can I replicate these? You can't. No, that's messed up. That is messed up. They're nerfing me, guys. I just wanted to spawn a Hydra. Well, I mean, my plan wasn't really going to work out anyways. We weren't really realistically going to do it. But that's annoying. Also, why aren't these spawners working? Ooh, a chest. Oh, it's a Carmite Golem. I thought it was an Iron Golem for some reason. I can't believe they've nerfed me like this. I was so excited to get a Hydra Matrix. Or Hydra Prediction. That was like my whole goal since like episode 2. Well, that sucks. I was actually really excited for that. Because yeah, there's no other way to get Hydra Matrix. Or the Hydra. That sucks. Oh, I was really excited, actually. Ooh, we got the Necromancy Gem. Hooray! Added to our helmet. At least one good thing came out of this. Oh, we summoned zombies to fight for us? Oh, that's kind of cool. I'm not sure how useful that is. But we have it, I guess. Okay, well, 2 gems down. I don't know how many more to go. I don't know what else the Lich has, power-wise. Like a teleport, maybe? Like maybe he has something like our evasion technique? A loyal zombie was slain by me. Oh, these poor guys. Hopefully they only spawn when there's mobs around, otherwise they will get in my way and we will have to remove that gem. But yeah, my brain finally worked, which was nice. And I guess we'll head home for now. Okay, yeah, they're going to spawn. This is going to be annoying. Okay, we're going to remove the Necromancy gem for now. And I'm going to throw another shield gem in there, just because we have it. I wonder if it does anything better. Like, maybe the shield is better, or we get more shields because of it. Oh, okay, so it just levels up from 4 to 5 shields at a time. I mean, that's cool. Well, for now, and last but not least, it is the Night Phantom Vault, which is only 1900 blocks in this direction. And luckily, we already have this one completely mined out, so it should take us no time to get there. Oh, and I guess we've mined ourselves through into some magic beans, and weirdly some giant obsidian that's invisible, so I guess I'll grab a giant pickaxe. Efficiency 5, yeah, that'll work. Okay, we have an invisible giant obsidian here. Hopefully, our giant pickaxe actually mines it, because there are some loot chests in here that I do want. Even though they're probably nothing burgers, I do want them, because Loot Goblin always wants his loot. I don't know why I didn't vein mine this, because now we have to mine it again. Even with efficiency 5, this is dreadfully slow. There we go. And yep, absolutely awful loot. To no one's surprise. I don't think the Lamp of Cinders will do anything for us, as I don't think there is a Thorn Maze for us to have to progress through. But I mean, we have it now, so that's kind of cool, I guess. Alright, how close are we to the Twilight, or the Lich? Okay, we're not too far away from the Knight's Vault anyway, so I guess we'll head over there now. Yay, this portal actually works! Alright, you must defeat both the Snow Queen and Hydra before entering this vault, as we have. What type of energy? Okay, this is perfect. I've been playing Minecraft for decades. I should know everything here. It uses RF. What generates SU and Crate? Well, Water Wheel obviously does. Which type of point-to-point tunnel, P2P, is not an AE2 feature? Forge Energy, P2P, fine. Fluid, P2P, fine. Redstone, P2P, fine. Spatial, Also, I guess it's MJ for Buildcraft. What year did Stoneblock come out? Stoneblock 1, wait, okay, Stoneblock 2 was, or sorry, wow, okay, wait a minute. Stoneblock 3, I should know this, guys. Stoneblock 3 came out 3 years ago, or 4 years ago now. And, I mean, Stoneblock 2 must have been 2018. Or, sorry, Stoneblock 1 must have been 2018, right? Ah, bingo. Okay, nice. What item contained a wolf? A bone. Sure. I feel like the Buildcraft one's crazy. But it should be MJ, I'm pretty sure. Because it's obviously not the other ones. Okay, Night Phantom's dead. Cool. I can't believe I failed that quiz. I thought I was going to ace it too. Ooh. Oh no, I thought it was a new one. I thought it was a new gem for us. Fortunately, it's not. Man, I have too many books of book and quills. I'm going to be honest. Should probably void all of them. Ether Gem. Ooh, wait, we got 3 new gems for our thing. I don't know what these guys do, but I want them all. I'm going to inlay them all. I don't know what this does. All right, let's see what the Ether Gem does. Any projectile aimed at the player passes through without causing harm. After 8 deflections, the ability goes on cooldown for 9.9 seconds. Ooh, that's cool. Now, I don't know what projectiles are coming our way, but look at us. We're shielded up and we have projectile immunity now. Well, that's cool. I also kind of almost wanted to answer all the questions incorrectly so we had more waves to fight. But I guess we're done with the Twilight stuff for now. Ooh, a Frost Gem. I didn't even notice. Oh, I'm so excited. I just like collecting these gems. It's the only thing I want to do now. Applies a stacking frostbite effect when attacked. No, on attack. Okay. I mean, that's kind of cool. We one-shot everything, so it doesn't really matter. But I don't see any more gems, because this is an emblem of devotion. Unfortunate. Okay, we definitely want to explore more Twilight Vaults in the future, just so we can get gems. Other than that, I think we're all done with the Twilight. So we'll head home. I have to assume, considering we got a Urgas data model, we have to do something with Carmite for the upgrade for the thing. But the big reward here is a Gift of Stone. Let's see what we get. We got a Netherite Basalt Generator. Okay, useless. But I will claim all the other rewards. We don't need those compasses. And now we have a Urgas data model. Do you know what? To be honest, we could switch this guy out. There's no reason not to. And I'll just speed this guy up. And I have to assume it either wants Carbonite or Fiery Tears. Or it might want both. Okay, it doesn't look like it's Carbonite. So maybe we need a bunch of Fiery Metal for something. You know what? Okay, maybe it wants Fiery Tears for something? No, I'm not seeing it. Unless we need Fiery Tear Molten? No? You know what? I actually don't know what I need the Urgas model for. Because I don't see a use for either of these things. Like, at all. Unless we're missing it. Also, there's a Carbonite gem, and I want it. But we'll get to that eventually, I guess. Unless Carbonite... Oh, okay. I found the solution. It is a Carbonite solution. Haha, see what I did there? And it's used to make the Longbow of Heavens and the Sword of the Cosmos. So I guess we need a bit of Carbonite. Not much, but a bit of it, I guess. So that's why you get this. So I guess we'll make 49,000 Carbonite for what it's worth. Alright, off to speak with the Echo of Twilight, who I don't think we've actually met yet, by the way. I don't remember talking to the Echo of Twilight. I think we just walked in the room and did all of his quests without ever speaking to the guy. Look, brother, another would-be ancient survivor of mankind. How pitiful, and yet how predictable. So this is the one the WERK chose to send to their doom. Unlike you mortals, my brother and I were born of an ancient and forgotten people. I have watched the ages pass since the fall of Twilight, stories older than time itself. If you are foolish enough to seek death, then by all means, challenge the vaults. None have conquered. Your world contains vaults translocated by the WE Arcane, a desperate attempt to hold back the end of yet another dimension. Within them dwell the remnants of my homeland, beings of immense power and wrath. To strengthen your world engine, you will need their heads as trophies, each one bound with the aspect of ancient magic. Begin with the Lich, master of illusions in the undead, then seek the frozen caverns where an ancient Yeti roams, its strength forged in frost and rage. Next, you must face the rulers of flame and ice, the ice-clad queen and the three-headed Hydra. Finally, confront the legion of undead knights who guard the last bastion of the Twilight realm. Bring me their heads, mortal, and perhaps you will prove that your kind has not become completely incompetent. Well, luckily for him, I have brought him all of the heads. That will suffice. Seek the other echoes and continue your futile struggle, human. Wow, he just spit in our face. And he gives us some more matter tanks, a Cobalt data model. I mean, that's fun. Converged chest to mimics. Can I duplicate this? I don't think I can. It does not have a replicator model. Okay, that's unfortunate. Alright, unfortunately, Mimi Dust itself doesn't have a replica model. There's some cool things you can buy from him, I guess. But, like, nothing I really need, realistically. We might buy this replica artifact wheel, but we're kind of unkillable in general. Other than that, I don't really need more relics. Now, I actually do want to buy a single Mimi Dust, and I will show you why. I'm going to make myself a mob imprisonment tool. Can I not use this on a chest? When used on a chest, it transforms into a mimic that drops as many random relics as it originally contained before the transformation. Oh, okay, wait a minute. If I throw a bunch of relics in here, wait a minute. Wait, this is, I mean, do we want any of these relics by chance? I'll take the necromancy gem out. That's not what I meant to throw in there. What does the giant glove do? Increase the size and stats of held item by 5%. Oh wait, no, we're keeping that. That's incredible. Are any else of these kind of cool? Summons up to 4 floating bows behind a player. Ooh. I mean, we'll keep that. Man, some of these relics are so cool, by the way. I guess we don't really need that. I mean, we're not doing any R's at the moment. Midnight Robe we don't need. Deer Antler, I don't know what this does. When used on a creature whose hitbox volume does not exceed 1.4 blocks, places it on the player's antlers and prevents it from dealing damage to the player. What? Okay, I kind of want to use this just to see what it does. I don't really need that. Spectral Walker, I've never seen this one either. No, okay, we don't need the mana ones either. Okay, we're going to turn him into a mimic. We're going to capture him. And I wonder if this will work. Okay, let's do redstone off. And hopefully, okay, yeah, perfect. We're going to collect some mimics, or we're going to collect some relics for a while. I see no reason not to. Oh, I think we're in its spawn zone. Oh no, I might have run out of XP. Let me give it some more levels. Yeah, okay, we're going to collect some relics, guys. I did not need to put that many in there, by the way. But the minute we get a loot pinata, these things are just going to overflow. We're going to have infinite relics. I do wonder if we can randomly get the necromancy gems. There we go. We got 16 cowboy hats from a loot pinata. So, it's 16 warp drives. Because why not? Okay, one sec. Let me pause him for a second. And let me just buy one of each of these upgrades. Instead of making them, they're so much easier to do this way. Okay, it is mimic killing time. I'll be back in a bit. Okay, so there's a non-zero chance I went overboard. And by non-zero, I mean 100% really bad. Because these, first of all, aren't stacking properly. And I don't even know if I ended up getting all of the relics. But we do have a lot of them. And now, Infinite Ham is really cool because this provides unlimited food source for the Unearthers. It's not the best food source, but it is unlimited. So that is kind of cool that we have a bunch of those. But if you guys know if any of these relics are like super, super good, let me know in the comments below. I will equip it if need be. Once again, we're beyond powerful and we don't really need relics, but I do love them, and hoarding loot is my favorite thing to do in Minecraft. But the Giant's Glove is really cool, I remember this. But yeah, if there's any other cool ones in here, let me know. I will probably go ahead and look through them whenever I get a chance and just read a bunch of them and see if we have any by the next time. Like, this is cool. When an enemy projectile appears within a 2-block radius, an aura activates for up to 8 seconds, halting and trapping all hostile projectiles. Like, what? It just, space-time just stops around you, and projectiles just float there. Like, how cool is that? Oh, I love relics. Relics are so fun, man. This is just Bristleback from Dota. When taking damage, you spray quills at people. Like, that's sick. Okay, yeah. Once again, unfortunately, we didn't get any Twilight Forest gems from this, but we got way more relics than we'll ever need realistically. And yeah, I mean, it's crazy and fantastic. All right, we'll throw the Giant's Glove on our other hand. Do we want to toggle its visibility? Oh, I guess we can't see it. That's unfortunate. Okay, well, we'll level this one up as need be. All that to say, oh, we get a Hydra data model. Oh my goodness, imagine I just looked at the quest book. Guys, we get the Hydra chops we wanted. I complained for nothing. I absolutely complained for nothing. Also, we didn't get a Hydra heart, did we? Oh, no, we did. Okay, what does this do? Okay, when taking damage, has a 16% chance to drop a blood droplet that upon landing creates a damaging area for 4.3 seconds. Okay, I mean, that damage isn't amazing, but that is cool. But we did get what we were after, which is the Hydra Trop Creator, and I just want to show this off. So currently there's rotten flesh in these guys. Obviously, they're not really working at all, but that speed's decent, right? I just want to show you what one Hydra Trop does instead. Let it eat through the thing. Look how much faster that is. Also, he ate through that very fast, but it is a 90% speed boost, almost perfect, with 1200 seconds. It's a 1200 second, 90% speed boost on the Unearthers, which is fantastic. Once again, we don't really need that because the Unearthers are kind of useless and we're not processing its gems, but it is cool to have. And if you are using Unearthers for some reason, and you're at this point of the quest, get the Hydra data model and feed them as many Hydra Trops as you can, because, well, as you've seen, you can get so many, and I mean so many resources from data models. Like, look at that, we already have 10.3 Carbonite, 10.3 thousand Carbonite in 2 seconds. But yeah, we just gotta go bring some trophies to the guy and assemble the upgrade. Oh, this one doesn't have an animation. Okay, that's unfortunate. It's just summoning the heads on the outsides. Unfortunately, a bit lackluster, but also our thing's obviously like beyond broken at this point. So it doesn't look like most world engines are supposed to look like, but still cool nevertheless. And I don't know what this offers us exactly. I don't remember seeing anything that the Twilight Forest upgrades are required for. Like, genuinely, I don't know. I guess for crafting the Urghast model, but like it's not even needed for the World Breaker. The only thing I found so far is the Urghast model, but maybe there's something else we completely missed. But at this point in time, I don't see anything like super important to us that requires it. But yeah, maybe there's something we needed for later on down the line, and I haven't quite found it yet. But for now, we'll head home and jump into some Aurotech now. And I love Aurotech. It's actually such a cool mod. I just haven't like used it properly yet. And unfortunately, we're still not going to be using it properly, as we're kind of skipping progress here a bit. Now, the Wormrite does sell a package of installers, and I will buy one of them just so we can make ourselves a smelter system, like an automatic smelter. And by that, I mean a mechanism one. So if we grab some lava here really fast and drop some skystone, copper, and charged Certus quartz into it, our backpack wasn't on, and our magnet wasn't on. 1 second. There we go. So while that convert gets us some sky bronze, which is duplicatable, so very useful for us, never have to make this again. So if we grab our energized smelter, grab an advanced pattern provider upgrade thanks to the sky bronze we just made, and I guess we'll, once again, this is all temporary. I really want to design this room really nicely, but for now, I'm just going to do a little wall of machines. Nothing too crazy. I'm just going to run a power line, very simple, and I'll link these two together. And if we smelter down, then upgrade it, side config, eject on, input output, and we'll do energy from the back. And that is all you need, and then we'll just throw whatever patterns we want in here. Okay, I set up a quick Certus quartz charger right here. All it is a pattern provider that, well, has a recipe that turns one Certus quartz into charged, and then we just have it being imported back into our system. Very, very simple. Nothing complicated here. And that is just so we can make some sky osmium, which I didn't realize I needed as well. Now, sky osmium itself is needed for the Resonant Void upgrade for the World Engine. However, what I want it for is just throwing it in our crystal assembler here. And is that not the right recipe? Am I crazy? Oh, there we go. Okay, it just takes a while. I don't have any acceleration cards in here. But yeah, all this allows us to do is upgrade the capacity of our pattern providers without having to place a new one down. And yeah, it just gives us more pattern access. Now, obviously, you can just simply craft the advanced extended pattern provider without needing sky osmium, by the way. I don't know why this needs sky osmium to craft, but for the convenience sake of not having to place it down again, when you have, like, say, a few patterns in here, you can make these guys. And I do want to make a requester so that we always have some Certus quartz in our system, or charged Certus quartz in our system for that matter. But yeah, for now, we're fine. Now, luckily, sky osmium is also duplicatable, so no issues there. But for now, what I wanted to actually do is set up some smelting recipes, mainly sky osmium into skystone, so we'll do 64 at a time. I also wanted, what else did I want? I set all this up just now to make something. Oh, plastic. This is the one I wanted. I want to turn our dry rubber into plastic. Once again, we just do a stack at a time. It's more convenient that way. And if we throw both of these in and grab ourselves some upgrades, let's go with 8 of each. I don't think we'll need more than that, to be honest. We should now be able to request plastic without an issue. It's not too slow. It's not terribly fast either, but it's not bad. We'll go with 8 more of each. Fantastic. And that shouldn't be draining our power too ridiculously. It's not like it's that bad. And it's only ever going to run every so often. But yeah, now that we have that set up, we can come over to our extended pattern provider, by the way, and just look up our smelting factory, and then we can just throw patterns in here as need be, or we could just simply walk over to it and throw the patterns in manually. But yeah, that is fantastic for that. And the reason I did that is so we can make our atomic forge. I literally had no reason other to set that up other than wanting to automate plastic, just so we could do this easily. Now, for the atomic forge, we also need duratium. And if you remember in the last episode, we were able to grab ourselves a fluid cow, which produces it. So we have molten duratium, and I need to figure out a method of automatically turning these liquids into ingots on demand through AE2. And I think the best way possible is setting up a pattern provider that goes into a tank that automatically falls into one of many different casting basins, and then that casting basin is either a block, an ingot, a plate, a rod, or whatever we might need. I think that is probably the best method. Yeah, I think we're gonna go with something like that. Okay, wait a minute. Let's trial and error something really fast. We might not even need a tank as an intermediary, but I think we're just going to use one for convenience sake. Also, by the way, charged Certus quartz is duplicatable. I didn't need to set up the energizer, but it is useful for power when it comes need be if we need any more nitro crystals or whatever. I needed to set it up either way, because obviously nitro crystals aren't duplicatable, so I needed to set this up either way, and it's just useful that we have it. But back to this. I mean, once again, this entire wall here is temporary, so we're just going to do something really scuffed. And I mean really, okay, yeah, no, this is going to be, how do I want to do this? I think I'm going to go on this side, just for now. Now, I'm going to be so real while I'm setting this up, I have no idea if this will actually work. I've never automated these before with applied energistics because I've never had a need to. I wonder if I could do it directly with pattern providers. I don't think I can, so I'm going to do the tanks like I said. We'll do the pattern providers on top. This is so bizarre. We'll upgrade them all, and we will set the directions. Oh, I'm on wrench mode, whoops. We will grab ourselves a nether quartz wrench and set that direction downwards like this. I believe that's downwards. We'll see, okay? And we'll do ingots in this one, plates in this one. And once again, this is all trial and error. If I set up a recipe to turn 90 molten duratium, we don't need the ingot cast, into an ingot, and I throw this in here, and we'll do not push. We might not need this, by the way. We might not need the tank at all. I will set all the tanks to auto export because that is important. And if we request some duratium, I wonder if this will work. We'll just do one ingot for now. Okay, that didn't work. Let's try not blocking mode. Okay, no. Maybe our thing is in the wrong direction. Oh, okay, it has to be upwards like this. Okay, so face upside down. Oh, wait, no, that's an arrow. Okay, I had the arrows the wrong way. But yeah, that works exactly as intended. Now, I do wonder if this will work without a tank in the middle. So we're going to remove these, and we will try the same without one, and make sure we actually have the arrows facing the correct direction this time, like this. And if we throw that in there, we'll do blocking mode again, just in case. And if we make 2, will that work? It does work all the same. Okay, fun fact, you do not need the tank as an intermediary. I didn't think you would. It doesn't really make sense needing one. For some reason, it is making double what we request, but it is fantastic that this does work. So, like I said, this will be ingots, plates, and casts. And I technically don't need cables like this. I just want to run them across, so it looks a little better. But yeah, that is our setup. And I don't like it. I want to bring it up a block, just so we can actually see them in action for what it's worth. So we'll do ingot, plate, and then click the top middle block for easy down access. And what did I say this one was? I already forgot. Ingot. So perfect. And that should be exactly what we need. And for convenience sake, I'm just going to smack that one as well. And yeah, look at that. We have automatic duratium and automatic of whatever fluids we want. So all of our molten fluids, we can now automate this way. So molten chaos, we will need a gem one for that. Iridium. I don't think iridium has a single use. Yeah, there's not even a use for iridium. Wait, am I crazy? No, okay, there's absolutely no use for iridium. There's not, like, it doesn't even show up in JEI. That's how useless iridium is. It doesn't even show up in JEI, even though the ingots and blocks are in the game. You know what I mean? Pretty bad. But yeah, now that we have duratium automated, we can go ahead and make ourselves an atomic forge. Very simple. Now these need some enderic lasers to power it. And I should be able to make a few. I'll make 6. That's exactly how many it let me make anyways. And if we grab our target designator... Oh wait, no, I think we need an advanced target designator, do we not? Oh, that's only for advanced. You know what? We're going to make one just in case. I don't think we need an advanced one. I think it's only the regular we need. But we'll go ahead and place our atomic forge down, grab some machine cores, right-click it, get the beautiful animation, and if we just throw some indirect lasers down, and now they don't need to be directly beside it, I just think it kind of looks nicer this way, and then we'll just do a bit of this to set all of their directions, and now I should be able to use this atomic forge to craft. And we needed to craft something. I can't remember what. Well, we'll need it for the Heisenberg compensator later, but it was something more urgent than that. Prometheum, that's it. Oh, which we need the Heisenberg compensator for. Okay, perfect. So Prometheum needs overcharged crystals in Heisenberg, which needs our unholy intelligence plus adamant, which is fluid separated dubious container with strange matter. Is it easier to go the other way with super AI chip? It's definitely easier to go with the super AI chip, right? Yes, because we already have all of this. Okay, yeah. So we're just going to do all this through AE. There's no reason to manually do any of this. All right, let's backpedal. So Prometheum is Heisenberg and 2 overcharged crystals. Overcharged crystal is this recipe, which needs all of that. And then the Heisenberg is easy to do. We just do this as well. We have adamant already, I guess. Oh, we have a recipe for it. Okay, fantastic. I didn't realize I put it in the duplicator already. Super AI chip, we will put it in our atomic forge as well. Advanced, you also have to go to the atomic forge. Has to go in the atomic forge. This is a centrifuging recipe, which means I need to set up our crusher for. See, this is where all the recipes come in handy, right? This we need to set up in our assembler. Okay, so I don't know how these connect, but I'm pretty sure I can connect the centrifuge just like this. I should be able to, at least, assumedly. It means we can do that. Now, I will say, what is dumb is I'm setting all this up with AE2, just so we don't have to craft it manually for 2 seconds. But in all honesty, this should work. It did extract. I just want to make sure my theory stands. And if I can make 10 of them, okay, it works perfect. Yeah, fantastic. So I just need to throw my crusher over here. Do the same thing, auto eject items, input, output, energy in the back. Which means this, what needs to go in the assembler? The processing unit? Yeah, perfect. So if I go to make some processing units now, we already have enough of them. But if I say I want to make 10 of them, that should also automatically start working. That's the foundry. That is not the right machine. They look similar, I'm going to be honest. This is the assembler. Okay, there we go. That works as intended. Perfect. And then last but not least is setting up the atomic forge, which I assume can connect very simply just like this. Like there's no need to do anything fancy, hopefully. We'll just run some messy wires all over our base. And if I say request some Prometheum, I should have everything to make it. No, we don't, obviously, because those are the things we're missing. Okay, but I think it should work as soon as we get this all set up. So we need to make overcharged crystals. Now we could use a particle accelerator to do this, but that's crazy. We're going to make them manually, which means needing a superconductor. Okay, so one more thing, we actually have to set up the pulverizer to make into your compound. In the assembler, we can make superconductors. That means we need dubious containers, flux gates, and energite. Energite, we're going to use molten energite for. So we'll set this into our caster. And then both of these will go in our assembler. And now all I need to do is set up the Restonia pattern. Or I gotta set this up really fast. I'm just making some quick ender item conduits. And luckily, once again, these are duplicatable. The pulsating iron isn't, but these are. Bizarre, but I'll take it. And this is just so I can set up auto crafting for... Did that not duplicate? Am I crazy? Oh, it duplicated the item conduit itself and not the ender one. No, it didn't. Wait, what? Let me try that again. Ender item conduit. Missing conduit. Oh, it doesn't let you duplicate them. Interesting. Missing conduit. What if I want to make 10 of these? What does this do? We just have broken conduits. Can we place them? No, we can't. Okay. Fun fact, these aren't duplicatable. You actually have to craft them yourselves. Kind of annoying, but I mean, it's not that big of a deal. It's just very bizarre. I've never seen that before. Okay. I'm just going to buy 5 advanced item filters from the Echo here. I don't want to go to spawn. I want to go home. I know there's definitely probably better ways of doing this now, and I would love to hear them. However, this is how I did it back in E2E. All you do is set an item filter for insert for whatever you're crafting with. So I'm going to make them all in block form first, and then we'll deconstruct them into item form. It's just easier and more efficient this way because you still only use one item doing this way. So I only use 1 stone, 1 snowball, 1 cobblestone, whatever it is, to make an empowered Inori crystal compared to doing it making one at a time. So I like doing it this way. That said, all you do is set an advanced item filter for the insertion of these items, and then these will automatically filter without needing the insertion. And then this netherite barrel itself is a simple filter And then here we just have an item filter that is set to only import the blocks, right? And then this just gets imported back into the system. It's scuffed, and I guarantee there's a better way of doing this. It's just this is how I did it in E2E, and it's what I know works, so it's easy to do. And if we go to make some empowered Restonia crystals, I believe this should work. If I set up a recipe for it, as that is. This should work, by all means. I mean, it should. There's no reason this shouldn't work, is what I'm trying to say. Oh, and I do want to set block, just in case. So if I go to make one, all the blocks go in, set it to always active, and then I always have to set, I've set all these to always active as well. Wait, no, never mind. These don't need to be on extract. What am I doing? Those don't need to be on extract, but yes. So all of that works now, and as soon as this finishes, it should be extracted, potentially. Oh, always active. There we go. And it gets brought back into our system. Perfect. No, why not? I don't know why it wasn't working. I just put an ME conduit from Ender.io split between this item conduit here, just so it looks cleaner. And yeah, we're just going to extract it as soon as it finishes. This is an also very simple setup, and it removes the entire headache of needing to do anything complicated. And if I just throw some acceleration upgrades, it'll help speed that up. But yeah, so this one just extracts and it inserts. This is the only item filter you need to set up the crystal blocks to go into the middle block here. The rest of them are just set to random insert on negative priority. That priority actually doesn't matter. You can set that to normal. And let's say if we wanted to make 10 of these, I don't know. We're missing nether bricks, which is really random. But luckily, we can easily fix that by setting 64. And by the way, I am using the middle click of my mouse to set quantities. So you can set 64 like I do. And this is just so our smelter here can do that. But yeah, if I wanted to make 64 of those, or say 10 of them, it'll work. But what I want to do is I want to full stress test the system. Let's say I want to make a single Prometheum ingot. Can we? We have everything available. Now, this will take some time as we have no upgrades on any of these machines. Like, absolutely none. And we will eventually get some going, but everything seems to be working as intended. They're being extracted. Fantastic. Oh, I do want to set this to block, so recipes don't get messed up. But yeah, that should all be working. What is currently crafting? Oh, Energite. Okay. Wait, where did it get stuck on? There we go. Okay. It was just taking a while. But yes, we do now have Prometheum. And how many did we need? We needed 8. Oh, no, we only need 4. Okay. So we will make 3 more. And luckily, once again, we have everything to craft it. Now, I'm not sure why it's making more Restonia blocks when we clearly have enough in the system to make it. Or do we not? Oh, we don't have steel set up either. Oh, needed 6. Okay, fair enough. If we need steel, did we not get a molten steel cow? Out of all of these cows we made, did we seriously not get molten steel? Okay, that's crazy. I did all of this, by the way, for a steel cow. And that is the only one I somehow failed to get. Because all of these drawers are linked, right? Yep, all the drawers are linked. That is crazy work. Like, that's actually crazy. Well, we will just set up a duplicator for it for what it's worth. I literally did all that for a molten steel cow, by the way. I'm not even joking. Like, obviously, the chaos cow is really cool. And I won't ever deny having the chaos cow was really cool. Same with the ether gas cow and all the other cows. They're pretty cool, right? But I unironically did this solely for a steel cow. And I'm not exaggerating. But I will set up a recipe to turn steel blocks into steel ingots. And then that'll just auto-craft into steel ingots. It's just faster to do it that way. And for some reason, I need 61 nether bricks to make a Prometheum ingot. I'm not sure why. Okay, that's bizarre. Also, this is just crafting so many Restonia crystal blocks. Okay, it's done. Weird. Our system's a little wonky, I will say. But that's our 4 Prometheum. I also need to set up my empowered void crystal, and I will set all of these up eventually. It's just that there's only a need to do them when we need them. If that made any sense. And that is just so I can make the pattern like that. And how many did we need? We only needed 4. Okay, well, I'll make 4 of them, which will craft 9. And that should also work, assumedly. Okay, it's working. Perfect. We need our abyssal egg, a stack of enduring ingots. Oh, 48. Okay. Our 4 resonance engineering blocks, some sky osmium that we just made, and then, yeah, just the empowered void crystals. Okay, one thing I didn't show off, by the way, we need to make void flame fuel. And you can make void flame or all the fuels from JDT inside the reaction chamber, but you can also use the paradox mixer. However, paradox mixer requires you to get portal fluid as well as the paradox machine, which is a fantastic block we'll probably get into one day, hopefully. But this requires time crystals, which we don't have. In time fluid buckets, we can make this, by the way, entro crystals and fluxite inside this machine with our resin void upgrade as soon as we upgrade it. Can allow this. However, I got a random paradox machine from a gift of pebbles. Not a gift of stone, but a gift of pebbles. And if we go and find one, I believe Solaris gave it to us. Yes, it was this one right here. If we wait, the paradox machine should show up on here. There it is, right below the quantum computer core. In replica block, a paradox machine, a 2% chance. So we randomly got one of these like a few episodes ago, and it was off screen, but I forgot to show it off entirely. But if we make ourselves some portal fluid, wait, do I need to do this in the end dimension? Okay, so what we can do is come over to our reaction chamber over here, and I'm just going to clear out this quantum infusion fluid. There's no reason for us to have it. I'm going to make some polymorphic fluid, and then I guess I need to put that in another reaction chamber. Whoops, broke the wrong thing. So I guess we could just make a line of these, to be honest. There's no reason we can't. And we don't technically need the paradox machine. Honestly, we might keep the paradox machine as is if this is actually faster. Oh, we'll throw some portal fluid catalyst in here. I need some power and some acceleration upgrades. Otherwise, that'll take 10 years. Auto export this side. And then with unstable portal fluid. Oh, we didn't actually want that. Sir, do not export your fluids, actually, because that's useless. Now we'll auto export. And our random green concrete still in there. Okay, perfect. So now we have unstable portal fluid bucket. We slap that down. I don't believe this needs to be in the end, unless we need to be in the end rain specifically, which would be weird, but also wouldn't put it past the devs. I need chorus fruit. Okay, we might actually need to be in the end rain. I'm not even joking. Hey, fun fact. I mean, it does actually just tell you. It says made in the end rain. It makes sense. It needs to be made in the end dimension in regular JDT. So this also just, logically makes sense. I just, for some reason, figured I could get away with it. But yeah, we'll just head over to the end ring really fast. I really need to set up like waypoints, or not waypoints, but like either use the end crystals to like teleport around, or just anything useful, Whoops. But yes, that will slowly spread, making us our portal fluid. And what did oh yeah, we needed this to make the paradox mixer, but I need 4 of them. And for some reason I made 1. I'll be right back. That bucket's huge in our hand. Oh, it's because we have the giant's glove on. I forgot about that. Also, I can upgrade this now. Okay, stats and size. Okay, we're gonna have some giant items in our inventory. I can't tell. No, it's definitely not bigger in first person, but in third person looks ridiculous. Okay, we'll be right back. Let's make a few more buckets of portal fluid. Okay, 4 buckets later. I went ahead and just made a bunch. This should be enough. And there we go. Now we can do the craft, and we have the paradox mixer. Now, what this does is it allows us to mass craft fluid drop recipes, which basically means if we place it down, it'll allow any fluids to come in and, well, craft. Should be very straightforward, and I'm pretty sure I can just set this up directly with a pattern provider, and I don't think it needs any power, but I don't actually know. I've never used one of these before. I just know it exists, and that is good enough for me typically. If it exists, it's good enough for me. But yeah, I should be able to set up polymorphic fluid like this, except that didn't do the item. Okay, I guess we have to add it in ourselves? That does the item. Maybe it is easier to use the reaction chamber. I don't know. I just wanted to use the paradox mixer because I saw it existed. Let's try to make a bucket of polymorphic fluid. Will it even allow me to? Well, we're missing the catalyst itself, so that doesn't help. Okay, let's try making a single bucket. Will this work? That is the big test. Okay, it goes in, but it ain't mixing. Does it need power? I don't think it would need power, but it could. Okay, so that doesn't work either. I genuinely didn't know this existed until we got the paradox machine as a gift of stone. And then I looked it up and I thought, oh, that's cool. But yeah, there's a chance this just doesn't work how I thought it did. I don't know. Maybe it has to sit inside water. No, that wouldn't make sense either. Yeah, I don't know. If someone knows how this works, let me know in the comments below. I definitely want to use it considering we've now crafted it at this point. But what I will do for now is just set up a reaction chamber. This also works. We'll do all the same, and we can just craft a bucket of polymorphic fluid this way. Throw some acceleration cards in here. It crafts and it goes back in our system. Very, very simple. Nothing complicated on that front. And what do we need this for? Oh, right. Making void flame coal. So we can automate blaze ember fuel like this. And that means we need to automate both blaze ember and void flame coal, which unfortunately neither are duplicatable. I will say that does really suck, because even primal coal is not duplicatable. Eventually we will automate all of the JDT stuff, because it seems like we're going to need it. But for now, what we will do is just brute force it temporarily. I will say it is weird that the coals aren't duplicatable, but the rest are, because all of the ingots from JDT are duplicatable, but these just aren't for some reason. I don't know why. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know why. Now, I will say one thing I just realized, I don't have a single fluid cell in my system. So I'm going to make a few, Also, I don't have a way down to my cells. I am realizing this as well. But yeah, without a fluid cell, those items can't actually go anywhere. Or the polymorphic fluid itself can't actually go anywhere. So I do need to set up some fluid cells for that. But besides that, what were we doing? Oh, right, making a bunch of primal coal. Now, setting up automation for JDT coals and the JDT ores in general isn't by any stretch of the imagination hard. I'm just going to brute force it temporarily until we get a proper setup, because while setting up patterns and all this takes like a single block, this isn't a single block setup, so I'd rather just manually brute force it temporarily, and like I said, we will have a permanent solution at some point. But if we grab ourselves some primal coal blocks, place these down, I'll make 10 buckets, because I'm pretty sure that's exactly what we need, and that should insta-craft pretty much. Yes, perfect. And yeah, we're going to need a lot more primal coal, I am realizing, because that made a single blaze ember block, which is nowhere near enough, because that only gave us 4 void flame fuel, and we need 10 total, I'm pretty sure. And hopefully these 3 blaze ember blocks give us enough void flame fuel, which it definitely should. We only need the 10. Perfect. That is actually gave us 10. However, we already have enough of that. Now what we'll do is transform the fluid one by one. And for throwing fluids back in your enemy system, by the way, I mean, it tells you directly, but we can just simply right click and store it into our system directly. And then we can craft the 10 buckets of this and take all of those out and repeat the same process again. However, this time I'm going to do bucket mode on and pick up the fluid with a bucket. And that's because this is exactly what we need in our system itself. Like, we need the void flame fuel for the craft. I made 10 buckets. This says 4,000. We didn't need 10. This only needs 1,000. So I made more than I needed, unfortunately. Also, I just lost a bucket, so I'm glad I did. But yeah, we only need 5,000 buckets total, because once again, we're going to be duplicating time crystals, and we only need 2 resin void upgrades, so yeah. However, I do want to set up a pattern for this guy, just so we can show off the auto crafting of the world engine for what it's worth. I should be able to just do this, set this up, head up to the world engine, not my base. I believe if I throw this in here and do blocking mode, once again, I should be able to make this. If I click one, okay, what are we missing? All the stuff in our inventory. That makes sense. But if I go to make one of these, it should be able to craft, potentially. Or do I have to set the input? No, input set to all blocks. Okay, that didn't go in. Why? Oh, maybe because I have source in here. So maybe we don't do blocking mode? Okay, no, we just had to do the back. Okay, never mind. I just had the back set up. I just had these messed up on the IO configs. So yeah, we just set the back to input for both of those as well. And yeah, that automatically worked and it crafted immediately. So let's go talk to the Wormwright and figure out how to install this in our world engine.
That's all I've got for now. Go talk to those 2 other old grumps and see what they've been up to.
Alrighty. So his shop is fully upgraded. It was already fully upgraded before. However, this will allow us to automatically craft. We will get his free $40. We'll submit that. And there should be some block placements going on here. I don't know where they got placed. It might have been at the front. Oh no, they're right up there at the front. Okay, right above the source stone. Fantastic. And this means we've unlocked Hyperion. And these will be our last set of echoes to talk to. But once again, Gift of Stone, time to roll something fantastic. A Tesseract. Okay, well, we tried. But yes, we've unlocked Hyperion. We will talk to the Echo Guidance at some point. However, I have a lot of base cleanup to do, so I don't think we will be jumping into the Hyperion section of the quest book next episode. I think we will be focusing on fixing what we terribly set up today, which was all of our machinery. I do want proper rooms for all of these. Unfortunately, I just had to set them up so we could brute force our way through the episode a bit. But like I said, I do want nice little rooms like this one. Obviously, the stone isn't complete yet, and not everything's done over here, but I do want the same aspect, and we will have, like I said, branching tunnels where we can find each one of our rooms, and I'm really taking inspiration from the echoes and how they go down pathways into big rooms. So we'll be doing the same thing. We'll have branching pathways all around a long tunnel here that bring us into different places. But yeah, I do hope you guys enjoyed this episode. It was a bit of a chaotic one, I'd say. I planned to do all the Twilight stuff initially, and then we kind of just started setting up auto crafting and some more machinery. But yeah, like I said, do hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like on the video. It means a lot. If you learned something or want to teach me something about how scuffed one of my setups were, let me know in the comments below. I always do appreciate it. And if you don't want to miss any future uploads, whether that be Stoneblock or any other series to do in the future, hit that subscribe button. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye bye!